What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Really Though podcast. It's your boy King G, and I want to talk to y'all guys about something. But before we even do that, I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, this is the first video on this podcast, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I want to talk about Ryan Garcia and him literally being vindicated on his win over Devin Haney. Now, to make this completely clear, I like both fighters. I like Devin Haney. And I like Ryan Garcia. What I didn't like is the fact that they tried to find an excuse for Devin Haney right after the loss. We all know, had Devin Haney won that fight, none of this would have happened, okay? What happened was he got thoroughly dominated, and that's just all it was to it. These people, both of these fighters has fought each other 6 times in the amateurs, so they know each other. They know what each other gonna do. Steroids had nothing to do with Devin Haney right hand not being up. He got caught with the left hook all night. He was also getting caught with the right hand as well. And he fought, he didn't fight great. I mean, just flat out, he didn't fight great. All right, he didn't, you throw the jab here and there, but Ryan Garcia was fighting in spurts. He knew what he came to do. He came in that fight like Marquez came in the Pacquiao fight, in that 4th fight that they had, when he said, okay, I can't win no decision because every time I beat him in decision, they give it to Pacquiao. So I'm going to bulk up, and my goal is to knock Pacquiao out. So his goal in that fight, in that Marquez-Pacquiao fight, he didn't plan on going to decision because he was like, they're going to do a draw, they're going to give it to him, so I need to knock him out. Ryan Garcia came in the same way. I'm coming to win. All right, I already know everything about him, even though it only happened once in Devin's pro career when he got rocked. I can't remember the guy's name, but he got rocked in that fight, but it hadn't happened too many times. But Ryan knew about it. Gervonta Davis been talking about, other people been talking about how he could be chinny, okay? But regardless of the whole thing, he just got outclassed that night, okay? And I really didn't understand, because I've never seen this in the history of boxing, for somebody to get on ESPN like at night and then start telling people that Ryan Garcia is a cheater, and he don't even get his B sample tested until May 22nd. So why y'all on television already saying that he's a cheater and that he's this and he's that, and now we come to find out that it was in his supplements, okay? The supplements he was taking that USADA had already talked about that happening, that these supplement companies was putting Ostarine in their supplements and not putting it on the back of the label, right? I think Showbiz the Adult came out with that, all right, and he came out with that before this even happened. But that's what they had said. So why are y'all already saying he cheating just because it came out that it was in his A sample? Y'all needed to wait until it was clear that he did it or he didn't do it. Because what you did is you tainted Ryan Garcia win. I mean, this is his biggest win, a great performance. And I never believed that he was a cheater, because I'm saying, like, if he was going to cheat, to me, he would have did it in the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, because Tank can put you to sleep. Devin Haney is not known to put you to sleep. And I fought you 6 times already. So I know you. He never fought Tank Davis before, but everybody know that Tank Davis is a killer. So by Tank Davis being a killer and everybody knowing that Tank Davis is a killer, then yeah, that would make sense to say, okay, well, shoot, I probably ain't gonna be able to match his power, so let me bulk up and do something to try to match it. But he didn't do that, right? If he ain't do it in a Tank fight, and you got to realize he got power too. Before he lost to Tank, he was 24-0 with 20 knockouts. So he was catching people with the left hook, left and right. You understand what I'm saying? He kept catching people with the left hook and knocking them out. So it's not like Panama Lewis did with Luis Resto, where this guy was never a knockout artist and he take padding out his gloves and all of a sudden he hitting hard as heck. This ain't that type of cheating. He didn't need to cheat against the Devin Haney. Left hook, if that's all he had, that's all he needed, because he hit Devin Haney with that punch all night. Okay, but it was wrong to taint his win like that, because his biggest win has now been, even though he's came out clean, you still got people trying to make excuses and saying certain things, like trying to make it seem like, yeah, but it still was in the system, whatever. If it's in a amino acid, the little small dose like they said it was, and he tested negative for everything on April 3rd. The fight is April 20th. you ain't getting that much. You ain't getting nothing from it. You're not getting anything from April 3rd to April 19th that's going to help you with anything. And it wasn't a performance enhancing drug that caught Devin Haney with the left hook. All the other fights, he hurt people with the left hook without ostarine in it. Your left right hand just so happened to always be down and always be getting caught with the left hook. And you went down every time. The referee cheated for you. And when he dropped it, he went down. Devin Haney went down 3 times in that round. They called him slips. Then 1 knockdown, and then they take a point away from him for throwing a punch that would, like, first of all, even if it was a late punch, it would have been a warning first. It's supposed to be a warning first. You don't take a point. So you took a round that should have been a 10-6 round for Ryan Garcia and made it a 9-8 round for Ryan Garcia. Then you got a judge saying that it was 112-112. What fight was he watching? You understand what I'm saying? So it was cheating going on for Devin Haney. And see, this ain't no knock on Devin or nothing like that, because I don't have no dislike for Devin Haney. I think he's a great young fighter. He probably can bounce back. It's probably gonna be hard now because now that people know that once you catch him, he'll be hurt. I mean, I give him a lot of credit for getting up every time. He did get up every time. People don't understand how hard it is, when you get dropped like that, especially when you get dropped and it's not a flash knockdown. It was real pain. Like, he was hurt. He struggled to get up, when he got caught, but he got up and he kept getting up. So, much props to Devin Haney for that, but it's gonna be hard for him to come back. He gonna need, I would say, some tune-ups or whatever, but it's a confidence thing right now, because he even said it. And see, this came out of his own mouth on that ESPN interview that he did that night, where he said it made him doubt himself. Is he that good? I've never been in the ring with somebody that was that much better than me, so yeah, I've been having doubts in my mind, but now that I know he cheated, I don't even want to fight him no more. I don't want to rematch because he's a cheater. I don't want to entertain that. Well, guess what? Now you found out he's not a cheater and you really lost. So that real doubt is in his head, because you already said it was in your head before you thought you found out he was cheating. Now you found out he's not cheating. That doubt is in his head now, so it's going to take him some time. He's going to have to get his confidence back, but the only people he can fight at this point is people that got power. Because if he was to fight Gervonta, I don't see that going well for him. And that's just being honest. There's not too many people that I see can beat Tank. I think his biggest challenge is Shakur Stevenson, because I think Shakur Stevenson is a complete boxer. Just like I think I've been saying Terrence Crawford was the best before he ever even came to welterweight. Just like I told people Floyd was not going to lose, and I was saying that in '96. So, it's going to be hard. But for Devin, much props to him for getting up. But I do believe that he needs to take a step back, and I think he needs, I know Bill is his father, Bill Haney is his father and everything. I don't like speaking on a lot of stuff like that, but he needs to start being more of the voice of himself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm starting to see, and I'm seeing it everywhere, people are starting to dislike Devin because they dislike Bill. And like I said, props to Bill for bringing your child up like that to become a great fighter and taking him over there with Floyd Mayweather Sr. so he can teach him the ropes and Floyd, the Mayweather gym period, the Mayweather team period, but being a father to get him to that level. But it's time for him to be able to speak what he want to speak and do it how he got to do it, because at this point he's a target on his head. People gonna want to fight him just to try to tear him down at this point. So that's what I feel about it. But I'm happy that Ryan Garcia got cleared, and I really thought that he was clear anyway. I never bought into it because I just don't think that's Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia is a solid fighter, and I think he's a solid fighter. He is a solid fighter. You understand what I'm saying? So he's a solid fighder, and the only person he ever lost to was Tank Davis. And who hasn't lost to Tank Davis? Right now, losing to Tank Davis is like losing to Floyd. Like if you 35-1, and like for instance, Canelo Alvarez only lost for a long time was to Floyd Mayweather Jr. until he lost to Bivol. But before, that's your only loss. Who haven't lost to Floyd? So it's not a knock on your career when you lose to Floyd Mayweather or you lose to a Gervonta Tank Davis, right? So with that being said, I'm glad that Ryan Garcia got vindicated. He deserved to win. He fought great. He dominated the fight, and he tricked everybody. And that's really what they really mad about, because Vegas lost a lot of money. Vegas lost a lot of money. Vegas lost a lot of money thinking that he didn't have no chance against Devin Haney because he was crazy, because he was talking about the kids, and he was doing all this crazy stuff, acting like he was drunk and like he was smoking, and everybody bought into it. Then he came in the ring, didn't get tired, dominated the fight, made Devin Haney look like an amateur. That's the way it goes. It's your boy King G with Really Dope Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. Holla at your boy.